If your doors don't stay open when you're parked on an incline, they just kind of freely swing closed like that, then the friction pads in the upper hinge need to be replaced. All of the online truck parts vendors sell new friction pad kits like this one from classicparts.com. The upper hinge will need to be removed. I like to put a little mark on the hinge in the cab right there so I know where to put it when reinstalling it later. It also helps to put some marks around the heads of these inner bolts to help relocate them during reassembly. The outer bolts can be a real pain to get to, but you can access them from the inside with a ratcheting combination wrench like this. It'll take some time to get them off. Start with the bottom one. You may need to close the door slightly to make room for pulling the bolt out. Next is the upper rearward bolt. Pretty awkward to get to, but it'll come out. That second one is out now. I used a wrench that is straight instead of slanted. Before removing the third bolt, you'll need to prop up the door to support it. The third bolt can be removed now. You'll only be able to go so far with the ratcheting wrench, because if you go too far, it'll get trapped on the bolt between the head of the bolt and the fender. From that point on, you'll have to use the open end of the wrench, and it'll be a pretty tedious process of putting a little turn on it and then flipping the wrench back and forth. I was able to get my hands in there to loosen it with my fingers the last bit. It helped to rock the door while doing it to unload the bolt. The 3 bolts can be removed from the door at this point. The hinge is loose at this point, but it won't come out. So you need to slide the door, open the door a little further than normal, and then there should be enough room to get the hinge out. Removal of the friction pads means removal of this piece by driving this roll pin out. It's a 3/16 roll pin. The hole in the bottom here is actually a little bit oversized, so don't use a punch that fits snugly in that hole, or else it just won't work. You'll pound on it till the cows come home, and it will be hitting the bottom of the counter bore there instead of the roll pin. Spray some PB Blaster on the pin. Let it soak for a while. Support the hinge in a way that will allow the pin to come out while you pound on it. So you can see it's starting to come out there. plate can now be slid out of there, and the friction pads can be removed. Now we can reassemble everything. Slip the friction pads in first. And they're quite tight now. The spring pin was rusty, so I cleaned it with a wire wheel and I put some grease on it to help it go back in easily. I'm going to put some grease on here because the fit is extra tight. I used a vise to help me open the hinge all the way. Time to reinstall the hinge. I put some grease on the threads of the bolts to make them go in more easily. The door bolts are just threaded in loosely for now. The door is still hyperextended, so I'll scoot it back into proper position to get the hinge sitting flat again. Install the two upper bolts that go to the cab. I started with the closer one, just because it was easier to reach, and it helped stabilize the plate that's inside the cab, which made it easier to get that farther one back started. I was able to thread them in that far by hand. These upper bolts will need to be tightened before the lower bolt is installed, so I'm going to leave the lower bolt out for now until I'm happy with the door positioning, and then I'll install that lower bolt. Align the bolt heads with the marks you put on the hinge and retighten a couple of them. Align the mark on the cab and tighten that one bolt there. Remove the support. Very slowly test the fit of the door by closing it. If this body line doesn't line up, or if it rubs down here, then you'll need to loosen this bolt here and scoot the hinge forward to lift the back of the door up. I got lucky and mine looks pretty good. If this isn't even right here, then you'll need to loosen these bolts and scoot the door out or in as needed. reinstall the third cab bolt. And now the door resists closing when it's open.